Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to Survivor Series 2024. I watched it today, and I must say, it was good. It was good. It was good. I say starting off with the women's war games. It was alright. It was alright up until they teased us with the cash in again. At this point, bro, we done with the teasing, bro. Either she go cash in or she not go cash in. When y'all pretty much played us and got us hype again, that deflated the whole match right there. Cause now it's like I don't even care about the match no more. Y'all literally gave us a moment where she could have literally cashed in her Money in the Bank briefcase and just turned, bro. So it was like it was good up until that point. Then once that point, everything just deflated about that match. Then I'll talk about it more as we go along here. But anyway, so let's get right into this video.
Survivor Series has once again returned, and it's War Games once again. This pay-per-view is basically built on trust, I'd say. A lot of the people in these matches don't trust each other, whether it's Bayley and Io, Tiffany and the rest of them, basically. CM Punk and Roman Reigns. There's a lot of enemies at play here, and friendships and alliances that seem to have a very weak foundation. So right now, it's not always time. Let's get into it. Okay. The first match is a women's War Games match. Rhea Ripley teamed up with Bayley, Io Sky, Naomi, and Bianca Belair to face Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Nia Jax, Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Strand. First of all, who paced this match? Now, I don't really like complaining about stuff, but this match was initially not that good. It had a problem in the sense of being boring. The pure workers weren't used in the beginning as much and it suffered. And this is something we see commonly in multi-man matches where they use the work rate people in the beginning, then bring the bigger workers, people that work slow later on. But here, it was plotting. There were some awkward moments throughout this one, and I just don't see why there should be a War Games match so often. Oh, it's Survivor Series. We're not going to use the match that's famous for November, but let's use a crazy concept like War Games. War Games is a great concept, by the way, just wanted to mention that. It's so complicated to do and worked well with a story like the Bloodline. Both their matches had reasons for happening, and this one got better when the likes of Tiffany and Rhea came in. It had a very dull first half to it. Io and Strand were the key to this match, and Rhea already had the crowd going crazy when she came in, so it's like, oh, things are riding well because Io and Strand were working, they improved the match, Bianca's putting some spots in as well, it was getting better. Then you had Rhea come in and they go crazy. But the other two spots and moments really improved things and highlighted the chaos of War Games. I'm talking about Io and Strand. This match needed to be wild and it seemed like they followed up on that. I had problems with the first half because they didn't know what to do with the talent, and it could have had much more interesting dynamics than we did. Rhea pinned Liv Morgan and the Faces scored the victory. It turned into a much better and exciting match, but I still don't like how there has to be two War Games matches for the sake of it. Also, just want to mention, Rhea is way above Liv on the pecking order, even if she isn't the champion. She's way above her, and this storyline shows just that. The next match is the United States Championship. LA Knight defended the title against Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura is back and he's emo, I guess. This feud is built very quickly and continues Nakamura's character, who didn't show much. He speaks in Japanese more again, he's mysterious, he's darker, and it feels like he's more brutal. I love his new theme song, it's good. It fits very in line with his character, which is something that WWE needs to do more often. You know, their character needs to have the right theme song. But with that said, the commentary is funny, saying this is the best he's looked. They're hyping him up, of course. Obviously, in storyline, you gotta hype him up. But this match was one I didn't think much of. Watching it though, LA Knight has once again showed that he's willing to improve to make himself much better, even when he doesn't need to. He did very well here and impressed me again. He's turned into a much better worker throughout the year. He's putting more effort. He's doing a lot of the right things. Everything about him has just been great this year. He's been on something this year. Nakamura wasn't bad here, but it felt like his moves were made more impactful than usual. It fits in line with his character, and he also seems to have some sort of mind games thing to him where he uses it to get in the opponent's head. That's what he did here, because in a surprise turn of events, Shinsuke Nakamura became the United States champion. Now, heading into this one, to be honest with you, I knew he was a new character. They gotta establish him and whatnot, but I did not even expect him to win here. The match was not bad for what it was. It was kind of short. It felt like it passed by quickly, but it did its job in showing that Shinsuke Nakamura is someone who's very intimidating and much more smarter than he was in the past. They basically tried to show us that he wasn't this smart last year. That's basically what it was. Decent match, you know, for what it was. It did its job in trying to establish Shinsuke Nakamura, but again, I didn't really expect him to win the title, especially in his first match back. The next match is a triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship.
This match right here. This match right here Straight heat, nigga. Straight fucking heat from start to finish, bro. Heat. I'll probably say this was match of the night. By far, yeah, this was match of the night. I'm giving this one match of the night. The triple threat match was match of the night. By far. By far. Not even close.
Championship. Bron Breakker defends the title against Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus. Each of these three men had a story with this one. Kaiser wants to branch out and establish himself as a single star. Sheamus wants the title he never won, and Breakker just wants to destroy everyone and become the man everyone expects him to be. This match was expected to be aggressive and intense, and it was just that. Breakker was fast and had too much intensity. Like, who does this? This man was insane and feels like the rising.
Bro, I'm telling you, they gotta push Bron Breakker to the moon, bro. Let him hold on to that Intercontinental title. As much as I want Jay to have that title back, this match right here proves that Bron deserves it more. Yeah, keep this title on Bron. I want to say all the way till SummerSlam. Let him go all the way to SummerSlam with this title, bro. Yes, let him go past WrestleMania with this title, bro. I'm telling you, dog, y'all can do some big things with him, especially when y'all start calling people up to the main roster. They got a guy that they're familiar with and they can work with. So please, WWE, keep this title on Bron Breakker. This is a superstar in the making right here. This is the guy that's going to run the company going forward. Please keep the title on him for right now.
Star in WWE. He also doesn't have a role as a face or a heel, so it works well. This moment was nice. Sheamus and Kaiser did great here, especially Sheamus. His battle with Breakker teased something great for later on, like full-on singles match later on pay-per-view. I know they did one on Raw, but like something that can be more fleshed out. The moment with Sheamus hitting the bro kick was so well done, with Kaiser pulling the ref and having a hidden weapon. He's got the ability to be a great heel. Then from out of nowhere, Bron Breakker drops both of them with the spear to retain the title. Great stuff here. It was a sprint. It was a quick battle, but these guys were clearly worn out by the end of it, especially Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser. Those two took most of the damage. Breakker was just flying in the air, doing some insane stuff when you're thinking, hey, where's Breakker? He pops up from out of nowhere, drops somebody with something crazy. Wonderful stuff here. Like those two, Bron Breakker and Ludwig Kaiser, they got great futures ahead. Kaiser has this like weird, elegant heel. It was very dark and very, very violent. They could do very well with him in the future, but Breakker is the real deal as expected. Bron Breakker's probably going to be the one they push the hardest. I just hope he continues having this intensity once he goes into the main event scene. They don't need to do all that good guy stuff and nonsense. Just let him be Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker is a guy who destroys everyone in sight, who's intense. Just let him be and everything will be great. The next match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther defends the gold against Damian Priest. This story was similar to SummerSlam, except this time Priest was chasing Gunther and had a lot more confidence than previously. This comes from the fact that Priest believes Gunther did not have the same credibility he had heading into SummerSlam. It's like, oh, his title reign is not hitting that hard. He doesn't have the same level of credibility. That's what it was. That showed during the match, with Priest overwhelming the champion and having him show a lot of uncertainty about this one. Priest's shoulder gave out at the best time because it allowed for him to come back into this one. Priest had to fight like hell to give himself a chance, and his arm always ruined his momentum. Priest had to look like this because of the story. He had all the confidence and had the edge, and just a freak accident, just an unfortunate accident happens for him to become the underdog once again. This was a good match. Very enjoyable stuff. Priest and Gunther have great chemistry. I thought SummerSlam was better, but this one was beginning to turn around. I thought like, oh, maybe it could have topped SummerSlam, but it didn't. I don't think it topped SummerSlam, but it was a great match. It's always a match they could easily go to in the future, whether it's a title match or
it was good up until the Finn Balor part. Once they got to the Finn Balor part, I was like, oh, okay, here we go again. Because you already knew it was going to happen. But it's like, damn, WWE, just give us one match where we don't have to deal with shenanigans, bro. Like, you just gave us a banger. Give us another one, bro. Let these two go at it, bro. They got good chemistry, bro. Just let them do their thing. But nah, we got to get Finn Balor in here again. Oh, my God, bro. It's like, bro.
for a non-title match, it's easier for them to go to. Then Finn Balor came out and Gunther was pissed. He locked in and wrapped it up. I don't know why the Finn Balor story is ongoing. Probably a triple threat because Gunther dropped him, but I don't know. Other than that, the story was that Gunther wanted to finish the job on his own, seeing as he won the title with Finn Balor's help. Then Finn Balor pops up once again to cause problems, and I don't really want to see the Balor and Priest feud continue. I think they're better off doing some other things. You know, we could leave the Judgment Day behind us when it comes to Damian Priest, but they did it here. Maybe it is a triple threat match. We'll see. Only time will tell, but great match here. It gives a different dynamics to SummerSlam, so there's that. And the main event, the men's War Games match, the OG.
Second best match of the night by far. second best match of the night. Not even close, bro. Not even close. Second best match of the night. Some people say this was the best match of the night. I disagree completely. That triple threat match was fire. This was second, though. This was very second.
OG Bloodline and CM Punk faced the New Bloodline and Bronson Reed. An intense story of power and betrayal, and of course, ego. Roman Reigns' ego has forced the Bloodline to spiral out of control and in turn allow for the power they held to go to the wrong man, Solo Sikoa. The side characters such as CM Punk, Bronson Reed are around for their own reasons, especially Punk, who doesn't like Roman and did this as a favor to Paul Heyman, who owes him. The return of Paul Heyman, the confrontation between CM Punk and Roman Reigns brought another level of excitement to this one. The match had plenty of drama. The faces had the advantage with their last guy coming in before the New Bloodlines, but other than that, the Usos did stuff here. Jimmy was hitting his old moves such as the corkscrew moonsault. I haven't seen that in a while. Bronson Reed and Fatu caused destruction with the faces finding themselves in positions where it looked like the heels were unstoppable. Roman and Punk's egos were on display here, with Sami Zayn being a confused one in the middle. Jacob Fatu was going crazy in the ring, and the New Bloodline had a strong advantage right when it was time for the next OG Bloodline member, Roman Reigns, to come in. Or did he? Punk just walked out and left Roman pissed. He had the momentum, but then Jacob Fatu just ended things like that. I love this moment. Punk drops him with the Bulldog, and this guy just no-Soza like an insane man. Roman's hopes were fading, with Solo starting to make his position as the Tribal Chief official. He's already the Tribal Chief, but this was more symbolic. The heels locked the door, and when it was time for Roman to enter, he had to watch on while they beat up his guy.
Yeah, I thought this was a good idea. I thought this was actually smart right here. They going all out with this one. I was like, all right, I like what they doing here, even though he could just climb up in there. So it's like, what are y'all gonna do when he just climb up in there? But still, this was a good strategy, though. Still a good strategy. But he could still climb in there, though. I could see if he couldn't climb in there. But yeah, I digress.
So he climbed up the cage. Plenty of drama here with Roman going all out, almost battling CM Punk, and Paul Heyman reminding them that it's War Games. They're doing well, the Usos are back as a tag team, and then Roman accidentally speared CM Punk. It looked weird, it almost looked like Roman wanted to spear him, which, you know, they kind of messed it up. Even then, Punk saved him, and all was well by the looks of it. They go on, battle, Jimmy Uso goes crazy with a splash from the top of the cage, Punk and Roman are on the same page, and Solo was stuck. This moment was probably my favorite from the entire match. Solo didn't do one of those heel things where he's trying to beg for mercy. He just went out as the Tribal Chief. He's like, forget this, I'm still the Tribal Chief. He takes all the finishers, the super kicks, the Helluva kick, the GTS, and of course, the spear. That was enough for the win. Roman wins it. He still has a huge ego, which is something I see people complain about because of the fact that it's like Roman won this match, but he didn't learn much. He's still the same guy he was as he came back. He didn't change much. Even
He's not supposed to change. His character is deeper than what people think it should be. He doesn't have to learn anything. He's not trying to be a face no more. He's leaving his past behind and he's embracing who he is now. I think people are not seeing I don't think people understand the plot with his character. His character is very deep. When you think about it in long term, when you think about all the scrutiny he went through before he became the Tribal Chief, when he was the big dog, from the Shield to him being on his own, to being pushed into the spotlight, to the people booing him, to him having leukemia, coming back from that, people still booing him, but some people started cheering him because they was like, we kind of feel sorry for you because you went through that, so I can't really boo a man for that. So any man that could come back from that and still do his job, we got to give him his props. But a lot of people still like, boo, y'all still pushing him, boo. You know what I'm saying? So once he came back a different person. He let go of his past and embraced who he is now. Come on, dog. Y'all got to understand, he's not supposed to revert back. Roman Reigns is not supposed to revert back. He can't revert back. He can only be this Roman Reigns. Can he evolve over time? Yeah. But reverting back to that good face, goody two shoes, I'm the big dog. Yeah. Root for me, guys. Suffering succotash. Like, no, he can't go back to that. No.
Even though they had drama, Roman and Punk managed to shake hands. They go out on top, and clearly CM Punk is an outlier in the Bloodline thing, seeing as he's not a Bloodline member, not to mention he's a rival of Roman's. He always looked kind of out of place, but these moments here made him look like superheroes of some sort, especially with the music in the background. Roman Reigns' music.
I was expecting The Rock to come out because it's been weird since Bad Blood. Ever since Bad Blood, we haven't seen The Rock. The Rock came out at the end for some odd reason, and we didn't get any explanation behind that. So I was hoping this would be where we get the explanation as to why The Rock comes out. But no, we just ended off like this. I'm just like, the fuck? Like, we still need to understand why The Rock came out at the end of Bad Blood.
Music. Felt like he achieved a higher status than he was previously or something like that. But it was a great match. The thing with this match is, I liked it because it had a story based around it. It had Solo Sikoa. He's a tribal chief. Roman wants to take back his spot. But obviously, by the looks of everything, this one's not over. It makes sense to end here, but the Ula Fala is not here. Maybe that's going to be the last thing Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa deal with. This was a fun match. Jacob Fatu was great. The Usos as a duo were great. I liked the drama between CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Added another layer to this match. Something that we didn't even realize we were going to have before SmackDown last week. You know, it's like, hey, the fifth member was going to be in tune. He's going to be on the same page possibly, but it ended up being CM Punk. The only guy that could have matched that here in some ways was Seth Rollins, but it made sense as to why he turned down the offer. Other than that, great match here. Match of the night definitely for me because it was what it was supposed to be. It followed up on that, and the end had me thinking The Rock was coming out. The Rock has his reasons to come out due to the fact that he's related to Roman Reigns, and the last time he saw Roman was Bad Blood, and of course WrestleMania, so he had his reasons to be here. They were dragging it, and it felt like he was gonna come out, but he didn't. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See, y'all see what I'm seeing. When is The Rock gonna come back? Because we need an explanation for why he came back at Bad Blood and did the point thing. Like, come on, dog. We need an explanation, bro. What is going on here?
How they're gonna deal with The Rock when it comes to the bloodline, but we're gonna know soon. You know, we're gonna know if Rock is actually gonna side with the new bloodline. Is he gonna feud with Roman? Is he gonna feud with Cody? We're gonna see very soon. I'm very interested in that, but it was nice to see the dynamics between the OG bloodline and CM Punk here. It was like, I didn't really want to do this, but it was for Paul Heyman. It was a favor, and it's clear that he's still looking for this favor after the match. It's gonna tie into a story later on. We'll see how it goes. All right, that's Survivor Series 2024. Decent event. I actually passed by quickly. I thought it was enjoyable. The Women's War Games match, I didn't really like the first half at all. It was very dull, and it makes
The first half was cool up until the cash in, the Money in the Bank tease. The Money in the Bank tease took me out. I think it took the crowd out. Once it took the crowd out, it took me out. So I was done with the match at this point. I was like, can we just move on to the next match, please? And then the United States title match, that was all right. Basic. It was basic to me. Basic match. You know what I'm saying? It was a basic match. Shinsuke winning. I kind of saw it happening because they really need to do something with his character. His character couldn't have lost. It didn't make sense for his character to lose here, considering the fact that his character has come back in this dark and mysterious manner. So there had to be a change in his attitude. There had to be a change here, and him getting the United States title. I think that's good because now LA Knight got something to fight for. What happened after that? The triple threat match was the best match of the night by far. The world heavyweight title match. It was good up until the Finn Balor. Once Finn Balor came in and ruined and pretty much did what he did, I was like, all right, bro, y'all dragging this shit out, bro. We done with this shit, bro. No, this is not how it's supposed to go. The match was going so good up until that point, but nah. But and then after that, the Bloodline War Games match, by far second best match of the night. It's not even close. It's not even up for debate. It's those were the best matches. Those two best matches right there. If I had to grade this pay-per-view, I'm giving it a B minus. B minus for sure. No, I give it a solid B. Solid B. I give it a solid B. Solid B. Just because that triple threat match was fire, and the Bloodline match was peak cinema. peak cinema right there. And then all the rest of the match, like I said, they weren't bad. It's just like it's good up to certain points, and then you just like take it out of the match because they just doing bullshit. So yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. But anyway, so let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'll get back to you. Till then, peace out.